Hello everyone, this is Team 9. Last week, we explained various characteristics of the Namyangju area and various characteristics and construction outlines of the area where Hanyang-Sujain River Pine apartment is being constructed. So today, we will talk about things that need to be considered prior to the overall construction process. One point that stands out the most about Hanyang-Sujain River Pine apartment is its floor area ratio or FAR. The FAR is a little bit less than average. Why is that happening? This is an image from an overall aerial view. The heights vary so much that it feels like apartments of different heights are jumbled together. There are also several heights in one building, or the left and right parts are built at a relatively lower rise than others. Why did they have to design it this way? Now, we need to take a look at the Cultural Heritage Protection Act. In our country, there is an Cultural Heritage Protection Act, also known as Change of Cultural Heritage Status, stating that in order to change the current condition of anything within the historic and cultural environment preservation area, one must get permission from the Cultural Heritage Administration according to law. In other words, the height is set for each zone, and the construction activities that exceed the allowable limit must get approval to change the status of cultural properties there. In fact, let us show you the two examples that apply to this condition in our country. First one is the City Gukdong apartment, which is located in Pungnam-dong, Songpa-gu, Seoul. The apartment building was uniquely designed due to the existence of a cultural property called Pungnap Earthen Fortress that is located nearby, and it was inevitably created by the Cultural Heritage Protection Act. Since the building in the protected area is regulated to be built at a raised height of 7.5 meters and altitude at an angle of 27 degrees, it turns out to be close to triangle shape while securing the maximum number of households. The second is Gomdan Newtown apartment in Seogu, Incheon. This apartment is located near the Joseon Royal Tomb, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, where a lawsuit was filed between Seogu, Incheon. As you can see in the picture, you can see that apartments are being built high enough to damage the scenery of the royal tombs of Joseon. Currently, the situation is said to be over with the winning of the construction company. Now, let's return back and take a look around the Hanyang-Sujain River Pine apartment. Among the various types of cultural properties, the cultural property that is related to our construction site is the tomb. On the left side of the screen, there is the tomb of Lee Meng-hyun, Gyeonggi-do Monument number 114, while on the right side, there is the tomb of Shin Bin-shin, the 105th of Gyeonggi-do Cultural Foundation. In Gyeonggi-do, all architectural activities within 300-meter radius to cultural properties are included in the change of cultural properties within the cultural environment preservation area. Our site corresponds to the fourth zone in the division by zone. All apartments located in District 4 will be handled in accordance with relevant laws and regulations such as Namyangju City Urban Planning Ordinance and buildings with maximum height more than 32 meters will be subject to individual deliberation. Therefore, Building 101, 102, and 103 facing Lee Hyun's tomb must build lower than 40 meters tall. Building 109 and 110 facing Shin Bin-shin's tomb must build lower than 29 meters tall. 105 to 108 building in the middle were limited to 68 meters, and the remaining building like 104, 111, and 112 were 57 meters and below. This height limit is to protect the status and landscape of two tombs. That is the reason why the floor area ratio is somewhat less than average, and why the height of apartments are not consistent, to answer the question that was mentioned in the beginning. The next consideration is the topography. The biggest geographical feature in this area is the level difference. When the land where the apartment will be built is not flat, there might be some difficulties. But in Hanyang-Sujang River Pine apartment building process, this point can be used as an advantage. The most part that is affected by the level difference is the underground parking lot. It is planned to use the level difference to connect some passageways from the first basement floor to the road outside. Due to the nature of the terrain, Kumdaesan Mountain is located behind the site, so a temporary gate cannot be placed behind the construction site. Therefore, we will proceed with a total of 5 hypothetical gates in the hypothesis process. Most people would think that Gate 3 would be the main entrance, if not Gate 2 and Gate 4 adjacent to the road. However, there is a deck-type exposed parking lot in the front, so it is not easy to enter the vehicle to Gate 2, 3, and 4. So, until the underground parking lot is completed, we plan to use the other two gates, Gate 1 and Gate 5, until the earthworks and the framework are completed. The resulting access road to the site is shaped like this. Then, one problem arises here. Since Gate 1 and Gate 5 are being used as passageways, the construction process of apartments 102 and 111 are naturally delayed. Only when the underground parking lot construction is completed, Gate 2 and 4 can be used, and the access road connecting Gates 1 and 5 will be unnecessary. Thus, construction process of building 102 and 111 cannot start construction. But fortunately, the timing for the final completion expected is not much different. Like we mentioned earlier, building 102 and 111 have relatively lower floors than other buildings because they are subject to height regulations under the Cultural Heritage Protection Act. So building 102, which is the latest to be launched, is about 6 months late to start, but due to its size and number of floors, the completion time is expected in about a month, so it will not lag far behind. Let's also check the access road from the outside. The overall shape of the construction site is butterfly-like, so the road formation is similar. Because of the butterfly shape, there are many blind spots at the curves and corners, so there are concerns about the safety of the villagers, including the Deokso Middle School and Dosim Elementary School students, due to the possible accidents with construction vehicles. Therefore, two workers as external traffic safety signals are deployed every day only on external access road, and temporary lights and corner reflectors have also been installed. In addition, CCTV will be installed outside. Today, we looked about the various pre-construction considerations such as tomb, topography, and access road. Next week, we'll look at other additional pre-construction considerations and geological aspects of the site also. Thank you for watching.